This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social, and I'm delighted to be joined by British middleweight champion Liam Williams. Liam, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good, thank you.
It's good to hear. Obviously, we're down here today for a press conference for your fight with Joe Mullender on Friday night, not on Saturday night for a change. Going to be weird fighting on a Friday night?
Nah, it's not weird, bro. I mean, like, it's just a little bit confusing. It's not, the fight night doesn't matter, but in the build-up, you're like, yeah, so what day are we going to London? And then you're both getting confused what days you're going because you're used to doing things on a Saturday night, yeah. So, yeah, it's just a bit confusing, but it is what it is.
So when you came down today, was you thinking you was going to have a public workout?
No, I was, well, I came here last night, but we missed the public workout. We had a couple of things on and we couldn't make it, so, as I say, it's just like, obviously it just throws you a day out there because you're normally used to coming on a Tuesday, you know, and whatever goes on, but it just throws you out.
But at the same time, at least you'll get your weekend back home.
Yeah, well, after doing them running Friday night, I can go back home and see my family on Saturday, and yeah, I'm looking forward to eating all the crap food, to be honest with you. I haven't done it for weeks, so.
I will come on to the fight, but that's something I want to bring up. I was just speaking to Dominic Ingle, your trainer, about the sacrifice that you've had to make in moving up to Sheffield. How have you found it, having to move away from your family?
It's not easy. If I said it's easy, I'm a liar, you know, but it's something that I know in my own mind I need to do. Sometimes it gets a bit lonely and I miss people, and to be honest, sometimes it can, like, sometimes between me and my missus, like, it can cause some arguments and stuff, and say we have a little bicker, right, like, if I was back home, we just make up straight away, but obviously, because I'm away, you can't see each other and, like, you know, make up, and it's just one of them, and like, but besides that, it does get a little bit lonely sometimes, and you crave a little bit of attention sometimes, but I think that only makes you a better person, mentally stronger, you know, for the fight, and you just take yourself away from everyone. There's no temptations of eating, because in my fridge in the flat in Sheffield, there's nothing. Dom's been cooking my food. I probably have.
Is he a good cook?
Very, very good. I'm not just saying that, but he's absolutely outstanding.
Would you pay in a restaurant for his food?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. He's better than a lot of restaurants I've been to. I told him he should open his own, but you know, that's another thing. I think he's probably better as a boxing coach. So yeah, he's been cooking for me and stuff, and I can't cheat because I got nothing in the fridge. I'm not saying I haven't got money in my pocket to go and pay for something, but when you sit down and give yourself 2 minutes to think about it, you can talk yourself out of it, can't you? But it's just a number of things which have kept me more on the straight and narrow, and I'm a lot better for it.
Do you think if you'd have stayed at home, let's say for example, you know, Dominic was to go and train you in Wales back home, obviously I know that he wouldn't do that, but just for a hypothetical situation, let's say if he was able to do that, do you think you would struggle then in the sense of staying away from your family and you'd have more distractions and you wouldn't be able to fully commit to a camp then?
I'd be better because it's new, it's fresh, you know. As a new trainer, you have a little bit more respect, but outside of the gym, then yeah, it probably would be a little bit harder because I'm with my little girl, like simple little things like she's eating a pack of sweets, and I'm busting for a bit. I got a sweet tooth, so if I'm there busting for a bit of chocolate, and it's actually out of the packet right beside me, on a plate or on a set, whatever, like, it's hard not to just grab that. Oh, it's only one chunk, but one chunk every day adds up to a bar or two over a week or so. So obviously you're gonna have the effects of that, but it's just one of them. I'm happy where I am. I'm benefiting massively, and you're gonna see again on Friday night. Like, I'm gonna be even better than my last fight.
Let's come on to Friday night then. Joe Mullender, two very different approaches there. You seem to maybe want to build up a bit of a back and forwards, a bit of tension between yourselves, whereas Joe was very much playing it down, keeping it cool, etc. Is that different for you? Is that something that maybe you need? You need someone to roll you up a bit to get you going and pumped up for a fight?
Yeah, I don't need that. I do enjoy it. It gives me a bit more fire in the belly. Do you know what I mean? But I just find Mullender very boring. Like, I can't. Like, he just makes you want to go sleep.
Do you think it's a drastic contrast then to Mullender and then how it was with Mark Efron, that maybe you miss that extra bit about it?
Yeah, we're totally opposite side of the spectrum, and it's just like Efron was in my face. He was game. He was, you know, having a bit of war words with me, and then Mullender's just like, he seems like he wants to just go home and go sleep. I don't know what he wants to do. He's just boring, but there we go. It's a fight's a fight, and I'm up for the fight, whether it's, you know, somebody talking shit or somebody who's silent. But it's just the way it is. You're going to come across these different personalities.
So talk to me about the fight then, and what you expect on the night, and how long do you see it going?
I just think I'm gonna knock him out. I think I'm gonna stop him early, maybe before halfway.
Do you feel an added pressure at all to put in a performance like that? Because I mentioned previously I've interviewed Dominic Ingle, and he said that, you know, the Jaime Munguia fight is a fight that he'd love to make for yourself. I know you'd be keen on that. Do you need to be getting rid of these guys relatively early if you're talking about that level and getting another world title fight?
Yeah, definitely. The Munguia fight is obviously interests me. Any one of the champions does, but it's just like, as you say, I can't really look too far past Mullender Friday, because I need to dispose of him in good fashion, because if I don't, then people are going to think, well, like, he couldn't bust Mullender up. How is he going to do that to someone who's a world champion or world level? So yeah, again, I need to be focused and switched on, ready for the job.
Is for you then, after this fight, the drop back down to light middleweight the most likely outcome?
Quite possibly. But then it's boxing. Boxing changes overnight, and it can go from one extreme to the other, so we'll see.
Now, I was too young to remember the last time fights were going on at Royal Albert Hall. Do you have any memories of bouts taking place there?
No, I don't, to be honest. I'm probably a little bit younger. I remember Billy Joe fighting Tony Hill. Yeah, I think it was Tony Hill. A couple of years ago now. But again, it's just a faint memory, to be honest.
What are you expecting on the night in terms of an atmosphere?
Very good atmosphere. I think he sells a lot of tickets. I've sold my fair share, and it's going to be exciting. So.
And just to get your opinions then on a couple of things going on in the boxing world. Apparently Dillian Whyte's close to signing a deal with ESPN and Top Rank. A couple of weeks ago we saw Tyson Fury make the same move. What are your thoughts on that?
It's big, but to be totally honest, none of it interests me. I'm thinking about me. I'm in the Liam Williams game, and I want to, you know, I got to think of myself. I don't care about anybody else.
Do you never tend to keep your own boxing? What are you like in terms of your boxing away from yourself? And do you watch other fights, or do you just stay away from it as much as possible?
Yeah, no, I love boxing. I watch majority of the big fights, and not even just big fights, but just people who interest me. And I've obviously got certain favourites over others, you know. But it's just when I love boxing. I follow it quite a lot.
Talking about your favourites, who are your favourites?
That's killing me. Miguel Cotto, maybe Marquez. So,
that's it, just them two?
Yeah, there's probably a few others, you know, but obviously the big names: Ali, Tyson, Mayweather, Pacquiao. The list goes on really, but yeah, they're ones I've liked for a long time.
Liam Williams. I appreciate your time. I know you're going to want to shoot off again in a sec.
I'm going right now.
That's it, mate. So thank you, Tom. Thanks, Peter Boxing Social.
Thank you, appreciate it.